preschool friends. Well, it is bug week this week. Last week was farm week. This week is bug week. And this is that time of year where there's lots of bugs that are coming out because it's starting to get warmer, and the bugs like to come out in the sunshine too, just like we do. So besides those other songs that we sang the other day, I think we have another song that you're going to really enjoy. You ready? Everybody needs to sit on the floor. Get your little spider out. Here we go.
There's a spider on the floor, on the floor.
Remember this song.
There's a spider on the floor, on the floor. Who could ask for any more
than a spider on the floor? There's a spider on the floor. On the floor. Now the spider's on my leg, on my leg. Now the spider's on my leg, on my leg. Oh, he's really, really big. This old spider on my leg. There's a spider on my leg, on my leg. Now the spider's on my stomach, on my stomach. Now the spider's on my stomach, on my stomach. Always just a dumb old lummock. This old spider on my stomach. There's a spider on my stomach, on my stomach. Now the spider's on my neck, on my neck. Oh no, it's on my neck, on my neck. Oh, I'm gonna be a wreck. I got a spider on my neck. There's a spider on my neck, on my neck. Now the spider's on my face, on my face. Now the spider's on my face, on my face. Oh, what a big disgrace. I got a spider on my face. There's a spider on my face, on my face. Now the spider's on my head, on my head. Now the spider's on my head, on my head. Oh, I wish that I were dead. I got a spider on my head. Oh, the spider on my head, on my head. Here's my favorite part.
But he jumps up.
Listen to him. I like that part.
Now there's a
Spider on the floor, on the floor. Now there's a spider on the floor, on the floor. Who
could ask
for any more than a spider on the floor? There's
a spider on the floor, on the floor.
And if you guys were sitting here, what would I have done? I would have crawled right over and touched you in the leg, wouldn't I have? We used to love singing that song. So now we can sing that song all the time together. Like I said, this week is Bug Week, and we are going to start off with, well, a lot of bugs. Have you guys seen some bugs outside? I have too. I've seen ants. I've seen a few spiders. I've actually, on some of our walks that I do with my family, I've seen little caterpillars, which are super cute because they're really furry. They look like you want to touch them. I've seen some worms because we've had some rainy days. I have not seen any butterflies, and I have not seen any bumblebees, not just yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to color our insects or our bugs, and we are going to actually put them into our bug jar. So if we would like to, we can start by cutting our bug jar, then we'll color our insects, and then we will cut them and put them into our jar. If you look at these insects or bugs, we can see that they have, some of them have different amounts of legs. Some of them have little antennas, and those antennas are usually used to kind of feel around. Some of them have eyes. You can see their little eyes. But like with a worm, even though this little guy here, it shows our worm has a face with eyes, but I don't know if you could really normally see eyes on a worm. Look at the sweet little butterfly. Butterflies are usually pretty colorful. What color are bumblebees usually? They're usually black and yellow, aren't they? How about a ladybug? What color are ladybugs? Are they green or yellow? No, they're usually red. I like little ladybugs, and they usually have little polka dots on them, and they're cute. Has anybody seen a snail? snails usually have like little shells on their back, and they're very, very slow when they move. They're cute. Or dragonflies. I love dragonflies. They're so whimsical. They look like they're from a storybook. I love little dragonflies. So let's go ahead and we're going to start with cutting. Let's see here. Got to grab my normal scissors. Oh boy. Let's see here. I have some scissors that I'm going to cut. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to use these scissors. You can use any kind of scissors you would like. I have these little fancy scissors that have these, they're called pinking scissors. But if you have normal scissors, you can cut your jar out. Or if you have little fancy scissors, you can do that too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start and I'm going to go around my jar. But now the only thing is, this is tricky because you are not going to go through the middle, because if we did do that, then that would take the jar right off. So the top of the jar off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go around the outer part of my jar. And what you could also do, here's another thing that gets a little tricky. Make sure that you do not go through the middle, because this again will kind of cut through the jar. So if you go around the outer part of your jar, it makes sure that it stays together. You could keep the jar just by itself, or you could actually paste this jar onto a piece of construction paper, any color that you would like. That's up to you. So I've got my cute little jar here, and does this kind of remind you of what I have here? So what I decided to do, even though this is a paper jar, I went ahead and I found a glass jar. You can do a plastic jar, you can do maybe even a pickle jar, but the only thing you have to do is make sure that you put holes on the top of your jar, and you can go outside. And what I did was I put some grass inside this jar, and I also put a little stick. And where is my little ant? I've got a little ant. He's there, because he's up at the top. I'm going to bring this a little bit closer so you can see. And you can see that? He's crawling around in there. He's very busy. He likes to move. So I have an ant in here with some grass and a stick, and I have some holes on the top of my jar. Why do you think I put holes up there? I put holes in there so it gives him some air to breathe. Otherwise it would be too hot and he wouldn't be able to breathe. So you can do that too. Ask Mom and Daddy though if you could use an old jar. Nothing that has food still in it. Wash the jar out and then go ahead and see if you can go on a little scavenger hunt and find some little bugs. So what you can do is you can color as many of these as you would like. I am going to just choose a couple of them. Let's see here. I think I'm going to put actually some grass at the bottom of my jar. So I'm going to color a little bit of grass. And remember, when we color, we move it back and forth. And oh, no chicken scratch. I don't want any chicken scratch when you color, so take your time. I think I'm going to put a little stick. So down here's a little bit of grass. Take your time coloring. You move your crayon. And I think I'm going to make my little log brown. Back and forth we move our crayon. And then maybe I will put in a ladybug. And ladybugs are what color? We said they're red. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to color my ladybug. Remember, we do not go out of the lines, and we color in the whole picture, so it's not just white. We color it all in, so it's the color that we are coloring, and we are careful not to go outside the lines, because that's when I say no chicken scratch, right? And maybe I will color a little worm. Worms, again, are kind of a brownish color. I'll just color a few of them. You can color the whole page if you would like, but just to save a little time, because you guys know how to color and you're really getting good at cutting, I'm gonna go ahead and take my time, and maybe I'll do one more. So we have a worm, we have a ladybug, maybe we have this little grasshopper. Yeah, let's do a little grasshopper. So I'm gonna color him in. So I hope with this nice weather that you guys have been getting outside and playing, maybe going for some walks with mom and dad. But this is that time that you can start to go ahead and look for all these little bugs when you are outside. I'm going to use my Benjamin crayon again. He really wasn't into crafts as much. That's why it's still a very large crayon. Here we go. Okay, here's my little legs, my little wings. Okay, this is the problem though. Maybe I can have Mr. Sinkowski go grab nice scissors for me, because these were great to use on my fancy jar, but I think they're not going to be able to work on my little tiny bugs. Thank you, Mr. Sinkowski.
Welcome.
There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, and if you would like to, you can kind of cut these out just in little parts like this, and then once you pull it, now I can go ahead and be a little bit more detailed with my cutting like this, and around. This is my little stick with grass that I'm going to put at the bottom of my jar. Did you guys have fun doing that song, Spider on the Floor? I know you guys like that one. We haven't sang that one in a long time. So I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. Here's my little ladybug. Okay, this one's kind of tough because he's got all his little legs here. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 legs. I'm going to kind of go around them the best that I can. There we go. Take my time. Okay, and again, once we go ahead and put all of our little bugs inside of our jar, we will count how many bugs we decided to put inside of our jar, and we will write that number right at the top of our jar. Okay, here is my grass. Real quickly here, we cut around our grass. Alrighty. So, okay, this is where we're going to put grass. And we have a little worm. Real slow we do this. I have enjoyed seeing all of you working so hard from home. Mama and Daddies have sent me different videos and some really fun pictures of you guys working so hard on all of our projects and doing the ABC Mouse. There's a lot of fun activities on our ABC Mouse this week with our little bugs. And also too, I really like that you guys have been working on your Dolch sight words as well as our morning routine video. I see that you're still working on all of our letters and our sounds and numbers counting to 100. Also our days of the week, months of the year. Gosh, you guys are so smart. Here's my last little friend that I'm going to go ahead, my little grasshopper. And I'm going to cut around him. And again, you are welcome to cut more and color more, and you can add them to your little bug jar. But for now, I am going just to do a few of them just to save a little time. There's my trusty glue. And I'm going to put my grass with my little stick down at the bottom here. Here's a little bit more grass because they like to, usually bugs like to hide in the grass. So I think I'm going to have this little worm, maybe he's going to hide down here in the grass. Oopsie daisy. Let's tuck him down like here. And here's my little grasshopper. Oh, he's gonna be pretty sassy. He's gonna be standing up on top of the stick. There we go. And maybe my little ladybug, she's gonna start to try to climb up the side of the jar, just like how my little ant keeps kind of climbing all around. Okay, I'm gonna climb like this. There we go. So like I said, you are welcome to cut and color as many as you would like and put them into the jar, but for right now, I am going to count how many little insects that, look at my little ant. You can even name your little ant. I'm gonna count how many insects I have in my jar. 1, 2, 3. And then you are going to put the number up at the top of the jar. I have the number 3. 3 insects. There's my little buddy. I think I'm gonna name him George. He's kind of cute. So happy bug hunting. Miss you.